Hi, good evening everyone. This is Chef Ron with Food Experiences LLC, and this is our Eat Well at Home series. Tonight we're going to be making a great dish. It's roasted garlic rosemary focaccia. Thanks everyone for joining in tonight. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified as we continue to put out more and more videos. So the best thing about making pizza dough or focaccia at home is you don't really need to make the pizza dough. Grocery store usually makes very, very good pizza dough. The problem is they don't proof it. So the trick here today is earlier in the day, all you do is you take some olive oil and you're gonna squirt about 2 tablespoons of olive oil around this bowl. Any non-metallic bowl will do. I just happen to like glass. Again, don't skimp on the olive oil. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the dough. I took this out of the refrigerator about an hour before I wanted to use it, just to let it warm up a little bit. It helps the proofing start a little quicker. And the one thing you need to do is probably buy the dough the day before, because sometimes you get to the grocery store and the dough is frozen. Well, that's not going to help you if you want to have pizza today. So then all we do is we take the dough and we roll it in the olive oil. Make sure it is covered all over with olive oil, because what happens is it's going to about double in size, and when it doubles in size you don't want to form a crust on top. So as you can see, I'm just using my fingertips just to punch it down just a little bit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cover it with this tea towel and we're going to put it in the oven, and the oven is going to be off except for the light. The light will warm you up to about 90 to 100 degrees, which is perfect for proofing dough. And the first time it may take 1.5 to 2 hours, and then we'll just take it out. I'll punch it down just like I'm doing right now, and we'll let it go 2 more times in the bowl. And then the final one, we'll take it out and we're going to put it in the cast iron pan, which is how we're going to make the focaccia. So to prep the topping for the focaccia, what we have here is some minced fresh rosemary, probably about 3 twigs. We have some roasted garlic oil. If you don't have roasted garlic oil, you can just use regular olive oil. It's very easy to roast garlic though. You go get one of those bags of peeled garlic in the grocery store and you put it in a saucepan, and so it's a single layer of garlic, and you cover it with olive oil. Turn the burner on low, medium to low, and just till you get some little bubbles coming up. You do that for 35 minutes, and then you take it off the stove and let it sit for another 25 minutes. What happens is then you decant the oil off, and you now have roasted garlic oil, and you have roasted garlic. So roasted garlic will go on when we're going to top the focaccia. Right now we have the garlic oil. We have a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of oregano, again 3 twigs of rosemary, minced, and 2 teaspoons of flake salt. You could use regular salt, but this is really a nice, not only taste, but texture to it. And you're going to make this little sauce that at the end, when you're making up the focaccia, you're going to put this on first, and then we're going to go in with the roasted garlic all over the top of the focaccia. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours. We're going to pull out the dough and punch it down. So you see it's puffed back up again, and all you're going to do is just put your fingers in it. Take some of the air out of it. It's getting nice and light. We're going to flip it. So make sure everything's covered in olive oil. I'm going to cover it back over. Put it back in the oven. Wait for about another 1.5 hours. Okay, it's been about another hour, so we're going to pull out the dough and punch it down one more time. Again, you see it puffed back up again. We're just going to use our fingers. Punch it down. Flip it over. It's getting very light and stretchy. You also do this to build flavor. Okay, we're going to cover it over. And we'll come back in another hour. Okay, it's been another hour. We're going to punch the dough down one more time. It's looking really good. It's light, soft, fluffy. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to cover it up. Let it go one more hour. Okay, it's time to take the dough out of the oven and transfer it to the cast iron pan for the final rise. Again, just as a reminder, see how much it blew up now? Just as a reminder, the oven has been off the entire time. Before we put that in the pan, we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. That's 1. And there's 2. Okay, we're going to transfer the dough and we're going to flip it. This time you don't have to worry so much about filling up the pan. Just get it close, because when it expands, it's going to fill it up nice. And then all we're going to do is take the tea towel and cover the top of it. Let it do the final rise. Okay, it's time to put the focaccia together. We took the last rise of the dough was in the cast iron pan, and in order to make sure we have a lot of nooks and crannies, in order to spread the rosemary and garlic oil and roasted garlic in, we're just going to push down just with our fingers. This time you're going to push all the way to the bottom. Then we're going to take our spread, spoon it all around. Obviously a lot of flavor here. You can see there's a lot of olive oil as well. It's going to make a beautiful crust. Remember, there's salt, there's rosemary, there's oregano, there's basil. And once we get this spread out, it takes a little bit of work to spread it all around. Okay, I think we're good. We're going to take our roasted garlic, spread them around. Basically, you want a piece of roasted garlic in every bite. And we're ready to go. We're going to put it on the pellet smoker. It's set at 475. You could do the same in your oven, and it's probably going to take about 20 minutes. Okay, here's our Rectech pellet smoker, and there's the focaccia ready to go. If you look at the temp, 475 degrees. Here's what it looks like beginning, and we'll take another one just before we take it off. So the checkup's looking really good. The focaccia looks great. We're going to take it off and take it into the kitchen so we can take it out of the pan and cut it. Okay, the focaccia is off the smoker, and we're going to take it out of the pan and give it a nice cut. Look at how beautiful that is. So you don't cut focaccia like a pizza. You cut it in squares. Hopefully you can hear that crunch. Boy, I wish you could smell this right now. Okay, we're good to go. And my wife has made a beautiful blistered tomato goat cheese spread that's going to go on top of the focaccia. Bon appetit.